Cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's own WMK TV, Channel 90.
Is this thing on? We're here? Alright, we are here. Yes. We are officially here. Perfect. And now, we can begin. Good morning, CSF Nation. Welcome back to a morning show so unemployed that even you, that's right, you, the audience, has subscribed. Welcome back to Makini in the morning, and it is Friday, and we got a doozy of a story that, let's be honest here, I simply couldn't pass this up. It has been making nothing but viral headlines throughout social media, throughout YouTube, throughout the internet, all this week for the past couple of days, and oh my goodness. It's still going. It's still ongoing. However, my feelings are that the person in question, will not face any repercussions from this. That's my personal stance, is that I don't think he's gonna face any repercussions from this. But I may be wrong. Again, I may be wrong on that one. We may have to figure that out. But of course, you guys know what we're talking about. We are talking about the situation involving terrorist sympathizer Hamas Adolf, Osama bin Laden, baby old Diddy Epstein, old enough to count, old enough to mount. I support the Houthi terrorists 10 toes down. Hila Klein is a valid military target and a baby killer. I want to see actual proof of the October 7th attack, despite the fact that there is actual proof of the October 7th attack, and I am so willing to shock my own dog for even stepping out of her bed. Piker. That title seems to be, like, continuing to go along, because in the list of, let's put it this way, in a list of things that Hasan has said and done, which, if it was done by any other streamer, would be seen as a war crime, he's gotten to even more hot water this week, when there was supposed to be a Twitch hearing there was supposed to be a hearing from a congressional hearing on Twitch. Unfortunately, gooning Lord Dan Clancy, Hasan's landlord, decided to postpone that to a future date. I can't pass this up, okay? I can't pass this up. He will not be held accountable for this, okay? Understand this, guys. I understand we like to talk about it, but he's doing this to get attention, to get headlines, because he can. Because on the let's be honest, if he was actually banned off of Twitch, his career would be entirely over. He needs this war. He needs this war to keep existing. He is farming. Okay, stop. He is farming. Okay, he is straight up farming this whole Hamas-Palestinian conflict, this whole Israel-Palestine conflict, okay? He needs this war to keep continuing because he's farming off of the dead bodies piled up at this point. So, anyway. and by the way, I want to send a special hello to any one of Hasan's fan base who comes across this stream and apparently has their collars. Apparently, their shock collars wasn't turned on at the moment. So, from all of us here at Makini at the Makini Draws channel and the CSF Nation, hello and welcome to the show. So, we got a lot to go over, and we got about 3 videos we're gonna cover. And as we're going through along, I'm going to get some more work done on Kimmy, which she is coming along. By the way, guys, I want your guys' opinion on the color scheme for the outfit. I need your guys' opinion on the color scheme for the outfit. And, because I'm still kind of contemplating on, like, what color scheme to go for. But I'm thinking this violet color might be a really good contrast for her. But anyway, we got 4 or 5 people watching. We're probably going to have plenty more come in here. And by the way, I want to also address this because I love it. The moment I brought up anything related to Asmongold, I got the Monday show on Makini in the morning. The Monday show has over 650 views and like the most amount of dislikes I've ever seen on a Makini in the morning show. It was only like 8 dislikes compared to 28 likes. It was just, I found it so interesting that me bringing up the Roach King somehow just caused a major trigger effect. So, hey, it may happen again. We may have another wave of dislikes coming our way. But you know what? I welcome it. So, if you guys could do me one little favor, I would greatly appreciate it.
Good morning, CSF Nation. Just a friendly reminder, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle, and smack the subscribe button and make it jiggle. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Ciao!
Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle. Yes, I did update that, by the way. If you guys took a notice of that. I did update that, so let's take a moment to say hi to everybody in the chat as I bring up the official Makini in the Morning playlist. We have a lot to go over. So what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you guys a breakdown of what exactly happened these past couple days. And then we're going to go into reacting to 3 videos, one from WestJet, one from, of course, Pegasus, home of the greatest series, and then one from Hirohei because of the fallout, because Hasan's fanbase is now having a meltdown over it. So there's a lot to get into. There's a lot of discussions about this. We might have some perennial players coming in and asking, providing their thoughts about this and the whole situation. And I want a shout out to if I have any dog owners in my chat, sound off in the comments. Sound off in the comments if how you feel about this whole situation. How you trained your dogs, what kind of collars you have on your pets as well. There's a lot to talk about, a lot of discussion here, and let's be honest here, it's likely going to amount to nothing because Hasan has that much pull on, especially on Twitch, that he's not going to face any repercussions from this. And also just how delusional everything is going on right now, and the fact that you can't ignore, the fact that they're so delusional to ignore blatant evidence, blatant truths right in front of them. But we have to protect Hasan, so I love it. I absolutely love it. I adore it. So, first off, we got Power. Thank you so much, Power. And by the way, Power, thank you for all of those tweets you just linked, because I'm going to click on each one of them. We're going to cover all of those tweets too. They are hilarious to me. They are absolutely diabolical. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Buster Gundo, good morning to you. Emerald, good morning to you. Neo J, good morning to you. Let's see who else is here. Penny, good to see you. Speaking of which, since Penny is here, let me get the upbeat music going on, shall we? There we go. We got the music. I gotta make sure all this. Yes, the music is up. The music's up, so Penny can start grooving. She loves playlists. She loves the playlist, so we know how much she loves playlists. Neo J, good morning. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here for the ride. I think that's what's going on today. It's just we're all here for the ride, okay? Gabe, I don't think he'll be held accountable for anything, honestly. He never does. You said a mouthful, yes, because the title for Hasan, my title for Hasan is just keeps going further and further. He said so many more things too over the years. It's just like, how has this mofo not got banned yet? How has this motherfucker not got banned yet on Twitch? Because let's be honest here, if it was any other person, say like Asmongold or like Tectone or any other Joe Schmo saying the exact same things or doing the exact same things that Hasan would have been doing, they would have gotten perma-banned instantly. Just saying. When you mentioned it, I thought you were talking about Ludwig or one of his Warbers. Poor dog. I like how you insinuate that Hasan has a collar on Ludwig too. That's a shock collar. If he didn't make a lot of money, it would have been gone a long time ago. And these people never heard of the concept of agree to disagree. Well, like I said, I want to extend a welcoming to his cult fan base, to his cult, basically, because it is a cult, basically. Absolute power, yes. Always remember to make sure to save them. Oh, I love it. It's going to be fun. This is going to be an absolute blast. So, now that we're caught up, I'm going to give you a breakdown of everything that went on for the past 2 days before we jump into the actual topic at hand. So, 2 days ago, then I think about this time, 2 days ago, Hasan went viral on one of his streams when his dog, and you can see his dog in the background in his 10-hour streams, Kaya, got up out of her seat, wanted to, actually get up and stretch, and she made a howling sound all of a sudden all of a howling sound, and had to go back into her seat with Hasan basically telling her, sit down, you act like such a baby. And you can see that if you kind of zoom into some of the footage, that Hasan was likely using a shock collar to keep Kaya, fully disciplined. This went viral in the best and worst way possible, because he was given so much blowback. And usually Hasan says something stupid or something vile, and he gets a lot of blowback. He's like somehow the other side of Destiny, though. He's like him and Destiny would be like spooning buddies if they ever were in a jail cell together. Well, anyway, what happened was that it went viral. It went uber viral, and now Hasan is facing so much blowback because everyone called him out on it, even PETA. That's right, the animal abusers themselves, PETA, even stepped in and clowned on Hasan for this, basically saying that, hey, shot callers. That's actually against California. That's actually against. Let me check this. That's a, this is a good question. Sneeko is third. Yeah, Sneeko would be the third wheel. Oh, diabolical! Power, absolutely diabolical. Yeah, Sneeko would be the third wheel. I totally agree with you on that one. Anyway. What happened next was that. What happened basically was that everybody was counting on Hasan. Everybody was calling Hasan out. Everyone is advocating for, Kaya to be, given a new home and for Hasan to actually be banned for once, which he will never have. It has caused a massive viral media storm with everybody trying to step into fence. Even Taylor Lorenz and Anissa tried to get in on this one, and it is absolutely hilarious how much they got ripped to shreds on it. Basically, any common sense thinking human being is pretty much thinking the same thing. Hasan needs to be banned. Hasan needs to be banned. He needs to actually face repercussions for this. And people are it has gone to the point where now everybody's claiming Hasan is now an animal abuser, which it's not really helping his case. It's the thing. I love it. I love it because it's like more and more. It's just a game of how far can Hasan go to get away with? How much can Hasan get away with at this point? At this point, he could probably get away with, offing somebody and somehow, I'm just saying, he's getting away with a lot of stuff. He's getting away with a lot of stuff over the years, and all because of his, connections to the Young Turks and such connections to the Young Turks, being Chank's nephew, his wealth, being a fake, being a wannabe fake socialist and communist. Tax the rich while I'm in my LA mansion with my $200,000 Porsche. But still tax the rich. Sorry, fake champagne socialist Hasan Piker. So this is just another one of those. There's going to be a massive document. Everything that Hasan has said and done has basically been documented at this point. So it's just nothing surprising at this point. It's just not surprising that he would get into a scandal like this. And the whole point of this scandal is he's not going to face any repercussions. He has too much of that kind of, influence to actually get any repercussions from this. So it'll be genuinely surprised if he does. And even because of his, some of his rhetoric, especially with what's been going on in the past couple of months, or should I say the past month or so, is part of the reason why Twitch is being asked in front of Congress. Maybe Hasan should be made to wear a shot. Penny! That is absolutely diabolical. Penny, that is absolutely diabolical. Oh, Steve, oh, that's so good. Penny, thank you for the mom. Maybe Hasan should be made to wear a shock collar. That is absolutely diabolical. That is diabolical, Penny. Wow. Penny, if I was on StreamYard, I would give you a Don DeMarco just for that one. Oh, man. I mean, you're not wrong, Penny. You're not wrong. I'm just saying, hearing that coming from you is absolutely diabolical. It's just. I love it. Oh, I love it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover 3 videos from WestJet, one from WestJet, one from More Pegasus, and then one from Hero Hey, as you know, one of the perennial players that have called out Hasan on this horror, on this act, is not just Asmongold, but Charlie, Voice Critical, Penguin Zero. Yeah, he's called him out, and apparently Charlie's getting so much. Apparently, it angered it angered Hasan's fan base that Charlie's calling him out on it too, which he has every right to. Oh my god, it's livid. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. But hey, it's supposed to be your Joe Rogan on that shit, right? Luckily, it did his wisdom. Ludwig and Denims Ludwig, Denims, Casey Tron, and Frogan. Basically, Ludwig and the three people that Ethan Klein is locked in a lawsuit with, rightfully so, in my humble opinion. Okay, I think we're ready. I think we're all warmed up. So we're gonna hear some more. So we're gonna get some more insight from the 3 parties that I mentioned, WestJet, More Pegasus, and Hero Hey, because this situation, I don't think Hasan is ever going to beat these allegations in this one. I just don't think so. I don't think Hasan is ever going to beat these allegations for it. So, yeah, he probably needs to be put in a shock collar. I cannot believe that came from the likes of Penny. Penny, the sweet Penny, is the one who would say that. My goodness. But seriously, to all my, if I have any dog owners who are dog owners watching this right now, I would love to hear your insight about this whole situation. Because from what I'm hearing is that, you know, shock collars like this are banned in multiple countries. And even it's against the law here in California, which I'm very interested to hear more insight, listen to more insight about this. But let's go ahead and start with the one, the only WestJet. Go switch over to the dual screen here. And we'll go get right into it. Where's my dual screen? Alright, I'm gonna do my best to quote WestJet on this one, so just give me a chance, alright?
Massive day for the unemployed. Hasan Piker is getting accused of mistreating his dog.
Reason as to why America. Kaya, please just just stop.
People are suspecting Hasan has a shock collar.
Kaya, please just go.
Yeah, you can see when Kaya gets out of her seat. You can see when Kaya gets out of her seat, because you know she needs to get up and stretch. If she's gonna be sitting in that damn seat for 8 hours, is just basically a prop for Hasan. You could see why. So let's go and continue. Let's continue.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. You're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
How could you zap your dog when there's a genocide going on? Alleged streamer Tectone, also known as
How do you shock your dog? Why would you shock your dog when there's a literal genocide going on? That's their excuse, by the way. That's their excuse. And some of the fans, I'm dead serious. That is actually some of the fans' excuses. It's like you're talking about this, but there's a literal Palestinian genocide going on. I'm like, this has nothing to do with that. You delusional clowns.
Asmongold's Frogan said that shock collars are actually illegal. That's shocking. Alinity gets banned for chucking her cat. Hasan. Anyway, Hasan actually had a response, and shockingly, he didn't blame Ethan Klein or Destiny. Dog stands up. Hasan with the counter-revolutionary, his dog, tries to escape the re-education camp. The stream frame.
Yes, I am incredibly abusive.
Yeah, I pretty much heard enough, but let's let the context play out.
To the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
Stop the cap.
Nobody was really buying this, and Detective XQC made a grand return.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's XQC with the play-by-play. And let me understand this. I do not understand a single thing in XQC says half the time. He's investigating. I love this. I love he's investigating.
The Candyman is here for you, Hasan Piker. There's nowhere to run.
It's going viral that they're claiming that the most well-trained and the most spoiled, best kept after dog on the planet is actually being abused by me, apparently.
I think her collar's too tight.
Yeah, well, it's
The wrong animal has the shock collar. His dog is a prop to him. It's like Logan Paul's abandoned pig.
Guys, 99%. 99%. It beeps. It beeps.
association with Israel. So all this does is
It beeped. Beep. This is probably an air tag. I'm going to assume. But see, there's a little bump.
I always wondered how Hasan kept his dog behind him all stream. It's because he's been using a shock collar on a setting so high that his dog screams when he uses it. Using your dog as a prop to seem more friendly, relatable, and down to earth when in reality, the dog isn't sitting there of his own volition and stays there out of fear. I am beyond disgusted. Man's whole existence.
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah.
these shadows don't know she broke the other beds. Yeah. She'd broken the previous bed.
W dog destroyed the beds to get out of being a stream prop.
Bro, that dog is being abused 4-hour streams every day.
It's basically in a way he's like, it's like, I think it was Pegasus who made like a good point about this. I'm like, dude, if you want a prop for your streams, just don't get a dog. You know, a dog is more living than like, you'll probably get something that's more like an actual prop. Maybe like, maybe like a frog or something. Because you know that with a dog, they're not going to be staying in that same spot for like 4 hours straight. They want to get up and get out of the, they want to get up and actually move around. They actually want to get up and walk too. You can't keep them in the same spot for 4 hours straight. Like, come on. So to miss with this whole, she's well trained. Like, bologna sausage. Like, you're just using her as a freaking prop. That's just what it comes down to. Also, let's put it this way. I want you to count. How many times have we seen Hasan's name in the background of all of his streams? He is so narcissistic too. It might kill the frog
Hasan,
too,
I can't imagine. Yeah.
If you're watching Twitch streams, you're a loser. I'm sorry, I said it. Let alone Hasan stream. That's like magnitudes worse. But the funny thing is, if like Tectone or God forbid Asmongold did this, you know Hasan's community would be on their dick, virtue signaling 24/7.
Bro, if it was Tectone, Asmongold, or even Destiny, or even Ethan Klein to an extent, Hasan would not stop talking about it. He would be advocating for all of them to get banned permanently, to get deplatformed permanently. He would probably frolicking at the mouth that this happened to Asmongold because, you know, he's still salty about the fact that Asmongold is the top political streamer on Twitch compared to him. God, I love it, man.
Such a lib ass, like, oh, dude, please don't get a Frenchie. I just wrote a Vox article talking about how problematic they are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly fucking inbred. I don't give a shit. I know. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. This is a dog.
So people are finding clips like this, kind of trying to build a picture showing that Hasan is like bad with dogs. But I feel like, you know, the other video speaks for itself.
Just speaks for itself.
That's right.
It's pretty hard to deny that Hasan has been abusing his dog for the absolutely vain project of just sitting there in frame for 9 hours straight every day.
Now, a lot of people are going off this legal angle, saying it's illegal in California, and, you know, show us the dog collar, Hasan. That's all you gotta do. So the armchair detectives can find the exact model of the collar. Hasan's dog, after attempting to stretch his legs for 5 minutes instead of remaining a static background prop for his boring-ass stream. No way, bro has the shock collar on his Elgato Stream Deck. Bro, like, actually look.
See the arm movement, right? Looking.
XQC. Private investigator.
No more arm movement.
Private investigator XQC is on the case.
Now. A little bit more. Tiny bit more. A little bit more. Now it stops now.
Detective XQC is crazy. Now, if we're being as charitable as humanly possible to Hasan Piker here, this could have also been like a vibration collar. And, you know, instead of a shock, it could have just, you know, startled the dog. Now that Legal Mindset has mentioned it, I instantly believe anything legal involving this because, you know, he wears a suit, so I automatically trust everything he says. Think what you want to think about Destiny, but leaked photo of Hasan and Kaya after she tried to stand up too many times. One is too many times. Judge me by my enemies, posting a photo of his dog, and then he called it Dogtober 7th. This is almost as far as him like graffitiing Hasan's dead dog on our place like years ago.
She reviewed food online. She up? No, she went when she was getting off the bed. Because I assume she like either stepped funny or clipped her f***ing foot on something. I don't know.
Sure, buddy.
I bet hit.
You don't. I'm sorry. Okay, and to any of my dog owners in the chat, I just need to ask: would your dog make a howl like that if they clip their toenails on the bed? If they clip their toe on the bed, would they make a howl like that though? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. So any dog owners I have in my chat, please inform me. I'm very curious about that.
His dogs didn't yelp like that, Hasan.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Kaya's positioning throughout the entirety of her appearance in Hasan's stream yesterday. You got a timer. Oh my god, poor little dog. Moved. Jesus Christ. You know shit's bad when Reddit.
Neo J, do not invoke the name of Virgil Hawkins, okay? That is not allowed, okay? You do not compare Hasan Piker to Static Shock. Okay? That is shit we don't like, okay? Okay, Neo J, so you must apologize for that. Do not, sir. Neo J, you take that back. You take that back, sir. You do not invoke the name of Static Shock here. Don't compare it to Hasan.
Makes sense. You know, part of this that is so irritating outside of the collar is that Kaya is literally just flipping back and forth from each side of the bed for 2 hours. She stands up one time to walk off the bed, and his immediate reaction is, oh my god, Kaya, please. Like, dude, all she did was stand up. What the hell are you whining about? Then he proceeds to most likely use an electrical device to correct her instinct of wanting to move. It's not like she got up and barked. She didn't make it but 6 inches from the bed before he started bitching and moaning about his dog moving. Sorry, dude, you don't deserve to be a dog owner. You know off camera it's worse. Hasan is a clout-obsessed, money-hungry goblin, so I really wouldn't put it past him to, like, use his dog as a stream prop so he gets more viewers. Get a better setup, you nerd. Hummus might be in deep trouble. People are now trying to contact SPCA LA over the Hasan dog clip. SPCLA is an...
Don't ever do that again. I'm gonna give you... don't ever do that again, or else you're getting a shock collar, Jay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Jay. I'm kidding.
Organization dedicated to preventing animal cruelty. Hasan to his dog if she interrupts his stream for 0.5 seconds.
Electricity! Electrify!
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done with Clash Royale. Dog lovers, these libtards, magatards, groypers, and H3H3 fans coming together to get Hasan arrested for abusing his dog. Finally, world peace has been achieved.
Because I assume she like, either stepped funny or clipped her fucking...
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
Yesterday during his stream, Hasan had the chance to very easily bring over the dog and show that there was no shock collar on it. That's all it would take to end the drama, and any normal person would immediately do that to stop the drama. Anything he shows now is fabricated. No, genuinely, serious question. Why didn't he actually do that? Hasan Piker after his dog moves 1 inch. Nah, this is
That's why I used my title. Hasan used Thundershock on Kaya. It's super effective.
suspicious. Just look at his gaze change directions. He's looking to the left. You know, vermin like Pokimane and Ludwig will stay silent on this matter, but you know, Moist Critical might make a video. Who knows? Saying, stop being such a baby while shocking an animal for trying to leave a room is genuinely mentally insane. Tomorrow, Hasan will be like, you guys, why are you talking about my dog? There's a genocide. I don't want to be that guy, but like the dog literally looks depressed, man.
I want to say one thing. Here. This is a good point. Mate. If it was any other owner and our dog was making a howl like that, the first thing that we would do is stop whatever we're doing and go see if they're okay. Not berate them for acting like a baby. Like seriously think about it. Like seriously think about it. If it was any other dog owner, they would immediately go to Kaya's aid immediately if she made a howl like that. If any other dog made a howl like that, any of one of our dogs made a howl like that, yes, we would attend to that immediately. Not just, you know, call them a baby and berate them and tell them to sit back down, dude. That's what I'm thinking. Hasan ain't gonna beat those animal abuse allegations, man. Fuck. Sorry.
Yep, it's over. Live stream fail. Shock collar with classic flashing green light. Look at this. The freaking Reddit detectives, they did it. Oh. Let me replay that. Oh. Why the does he get so turned up when his dog leaves the place? It's because the dog is a prop to him. He looks nicer and more relatable if he has a dog on screen at all times. It's purely a performance. Did Hitler use dogs to look more relatable? Please, Father, I need to get up and walk out of frame. It's been 6 hours of you screaming next to me, stressing me out. Zap! This is society if Hasan got permanently banned from social media. We got a live Hasan reaction. A live Kaya reaction. If you unironically defend this, you might be more cooked in the head than Hasan, and that's genuinely saying something.
Insane. America deserved not.
Sadly, unfortunately, we ran out of time for this video.
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. And here's the other thing. And before we get to Pegs' video, I want to bring this up. With Pegs' video, by the way. Charlie made like a good point in that all Hasan had to do in that moment was just to show the actual collar in full, like immediately after. Not wait 1 day later, you know? Not wait 1 day later just so 1 day later to try to debunk all the allegations. Because it actually makes it look worse for him. If you actually think about it, it makes it look worse for him. Yes, he waited a day later to actually show the actual collar when people can speculate that that's not the actual collar he used to shock Kaya with. Then he probably switched out collars in the intervening time. Like, for real, guys. Like, is this what we're going into? Like, seriously, Hasan could probably get away with murder at this point. No, it's just, it's funny. It's absolutely hilarious to me. You know? It's just really stupid, man. So, Sean, good morning to you. Hello, FBI. Please come. There's something problematic on my screen. Are you referring to me or Hasan? Because you refer to me. It's diabolical, sir. How am I am so happy to know that I'm problematic to you, Sean. Not the Chief Keef. He might kill the frog. Yeah, Power says he might kill the frog too. If she's well trained, then what's the problem? Why the electricity? He would have room to talk. Super villain Piker Shock. He brings everyone together. I don't think Team Rocket would do this type of stuff. Exactly. So I want to just go over before we go over to Pegasus' video. I gotta share this. Thank you to Power for showing this. So we got a couple tweets lined up. This is from Pipkin Pippa on Twitter. I'm gonna set up a dog cam and roll my fat fucking dog back in frame if she ever gets up. That is diabolical. Pippa with her fat fucking dog was 1 centimeter. Oh, it's gonna come on me. I'm not surprised. This is funny. Oh my god. Pippa, that's diabolical. Oh, Pippa, that is so diabolical. Okay, so this next one is from Kazahana. But what about Palestine? Like, bro, come on. We're talking about a dog being treated poorly here. Not everything has to include politics and ongoing conflicts. Yes, I'm gonna have to like that comment. She clicks her paw. It's very obvious. You're willfully dumber than a dog you choose to believe this and care more about imagining the suffering of single animal than billions of Palestinians. Bit, you are retarded, okay? You are mentally retarded. Bit, you are retarded. If Palestine had nothing to do with this, of course, knowing who was his son, he would blame the Zionists. He would blame the Israel on this one anyway. Freaking dumbass, man. Fucking dumbass. So I got a Bosch moment. No, this is not going to turn into a political channel. So it's going to be more of the latter. Bandito is going to be more of the latter. I just find this hilarious, man. He's got a Bosch moment. It's just crazy, man. He's not gonna get in trouble, man. He's gonna get away with this. It's just funny watching the reactions because it just you can't steer away from it, Bandito. You just can't, man. It's fucking retarded. This shit is retarded. Oh, okay. So here's the third one. Peter responds to Hasan's song. Oh my god. Oh, we gotta read this. Oh, we can't see the oh shit, my bad. Sorry, let me go double. Let me go back. I am so sorry. Okay, so this was Pippa's comment first. This was Pippa's comment. I'm gonna set up a dog cam so I can roll my fat fucking dog into frame if she ever gets up. That's so wrong with that. So wrong. This was Kazehana's post, which I liked because I'm like, really? You're gonna bring up Israel Palestine? This has to be the stupid tweet. This has to be one of the stupidest tweets I've ever seen this year. And I've seen a lot of stupid tweets this year. God, bitch. And it was community notes too. Oh, dude, you understand? You don't understand. The dog's movements were very pro-capitalist, pro-conservative, and extreme right-wing. That's how he got the electric. That's like Kaya got the electric sock. Any hint of Zionism needs to be shocked into submission. You don't get it. These people are losers obsessed with politics. These people are losers obsessed with politics, okay? Wow. Oh my god. Let's go. Okay, let's look at this. Peter responds to the Hasan Piker dog abuse controversy. Peter's content to the polarizing public figure used the shock collar on his pet while streaming on Twitch, which he denies. Hamas Piker, the popular political leftist streamer who's gained increasing mainstream prominence since Cheeto Man took presidency, has become embroiled in the controversy over his treatment of his dog Kaya, a perpetual presence in the background of his feed at his home in West Hollywood. A clip from his October 7th stream went viral after viewers alleged Piker, who has 3 million followers on Twitch as well as millions on social media platforms, activated a shock collar on a pet while seemingly frustrated with her behavior. Piker's denied the claim, explaining that Kaya in fact wears a training collar that vibrates with an air tag attached, and that she accidentally clipped herself while rising from her bed when the incident occurred. And OBS reconnected, connected. Thanks, Sean. Hang on. Pikers denied the claim that Viper Kaya wears a training collar that vibrates while rising from her bed when the incident occurred, which produced a yelp that provoked a particular concern. However, critics remained skeptical, zooming in on the footage what they consider a telltale green bikini light. Green blinking light, characteristic of a shock collar, circulated on the old video clip of Piker admitting to owning one and describing it as incredibly effective. Now, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals is weighing in. In a statement to the Hollywood Reporter, the advocacy group says Hasan Piker is denying using a shock collar on his dog, and we hope that's true because shock collars are dangerous and downright cruel. They put dogs at risk of burn rules, chronic anxiety, and displaced aggression. Peter added, positive reinforcement is more effective training method and it does betray our animal companions and trust in us. That is absolutely diabolical. When PETA is calling your asses out, it's calling you guys the abuser. That is absolutely diabolical. it's diabolical, okay? I'm just saying. When PETA is calling you out. Oh my god. Listen, man. It's just... I'll be honest with you. It's just that some of these stories are just too good to pass up, and I'm gonna... listen, ever since that whole freaking Charlie Kirk incident last month, I've just been much more not giving an F anymore. I'm just done giving an F at this point. I got plenty of shit to say, man. I just got more shit to say right now, and I'm done trying to ball all this crap up. Try not to make it a complete change for the channel or anything. It's just this shit's been going on, man. I've been covering the video games. I've been covering video games, which actually matter to me, and I guess if some reason politics just seeps into every facet of our fucking lives. Like Bandito, Sean, you of all people should know that by now. Sorry, it's just... Sorry, it's just... I'm sorry, this shit is becoming too hard to ignore, especially when I'm covering what's been going on in the freaking video game industry. Fucking hell, dude. Some people deserve it. And to be honest, some people like Hasan actually deserve it. Sorry. Just want to understand the freaking allegations, man. I do know that. That's why I never say political. I've been political since 2008. Yeah, I'm still finding that balance, dude. Still finding that balance. It's just funny as hell to talk about, and it's very interesting to talk about because he's not gonna get in trouble. Because we've been talking about this, we've been talking about Hamas Piker for so many times anyway. So he hasn't gotten any trouble for anything he said in the past. What makes you think it's gonna be different now? I mean, come on. Anyway, yeah. So that was PETA with their with their take on it, which I found very, very interesting. I just found very interesting. They started first. Whatever. Anyway. Throwback to when Hasan was shopping for dogs in a condemned cheddar. Asked him to avoid certain purebreds due to health. Oh yeah,
Problematic they are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly fucking inbred. I don't give a shit. I know. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. This is a dog. It's just such a lib ass, like, oh dude, please don't get a Frenchie. I just wrote a Vox article talking about how problematic they are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly fucking inbred. I don't give a shit. I know.
It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant. I'm just going through all this here. It's just funny as hell, man. Probably doesn't help that you had freaking Hoyoverse. I don't know if I'm gonna cover this. I don't know if I'm gonna cover this on Sunday because I want to cover the Assassin's Creed canceled Assassin's Creed KKK game on Sunday, but there was news of but Rev covered this, that there was a Hoyoverse VA was a Hoyoverse VA is getting blowback, or is getting a lot of backlash for basically supporting Charlie Kirk. A Hoyoverse voice actor. A Hoyoverse voice actor is getting a lot of blowback for supporting Charlie Kirk. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Like seriously, fuck this. And fuck all these people. That's how I just am. I'm just like, fuck this. I've just stopped giving an F. I just stopped giving an F anymore. That's just what it comes down to. I just stopped giving an F anymore, man. I don't care about the blowback. I don't care about just whatever. How many feathers I end up rustling for what I say at this point. This is freaking audience, man. It's just how this shit is. We need escapism now more than ever. And I've probably got a lot of stuff to say off my chest anyway, at this point. So I'll probably feel a lot better probably getting it off my chest anyway, man. Honestly, I don't care about that. yeah, it's fine, man. It's just don't want to. It's just people. If you guys want to come in and say I'm a political channel, it's like, dude, I'm done trying to hold shit back anymore, man. And if this shit is being serped into every single freaking facet of my life, I'm sorry I don't have the capacity to just completely just ignore big stuff that end up going viral. Especially when it somehow happens to have politics involved. And unfortunately, when it comes to video games, it's something I've been so incredibly passionate about for these past couple years. It's just unfortunately the politics that have to seep in somehow. Every freaking time, Sean, you should know damn well better than anybody else, man. Back into my old form. I know. I'm going back into my old ways right now. Just would be, finding a more balanced, being a much more balanced Makini. Sorry. This is what it is, man. Stuff I want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about it, man. Learning to find that balance. So, learn to find that balance and find the right place and time for it. Anyway, sorry. Off the rails. Sorry, going off the rails. Let's get back into it. So, the next video we're going to be going into is from the greatest series, and you guys know as Pegasus. So, links into the chat. This one's gonna be a long one. We'll probably have to jump through a couple of segments to get the whole story. So we might not be able to watch the entire video, but we'll probably just skip over a couple segments. But here is another update from Pegasus as well. Let's see, links in the description for the videos mentioned, guys. Really appreciate all of your support. Let me go ahead and turn the on. Let me go ahead and turn the Let me go and turn the music down just a little bit. Alright, let's do this. Sorry. Okay.
Even Hasan's dog subscribed. In today's video, Hasan has responded to the allegations of shocking his dog. He has apparently shown the collar in question and claims it's a vibration collar, not a shock collar. A video is going viral showing more context that Kaya was sitting for hours before she attempted to move. Penguin Zero has responded, absolutely cooking Hasan and his bullshit story. The detectives are on the case and coming to striking conclusions, claiming Hasan is tampering with evidence and trying to hide the shock collar. A damning clip has surfaced of Hasan talking about his dog trainer and them using shock collars. Attorneys are claiming that Hasan has potentially violated laws. Asmongold has responded, and a bunch of more updates. Subscribe to put the collar on Hasan instead of his dog. Wonder if Jellywig will talk about the situation. Place your bets.
Let's up those numbers!
Now, quick recap for the newcomers. Hasan is getting absolutely destroyed now after a clip went viral of him mistreating his dog by allegedly shocking it the second it dared to move from its seat after sitting there for hours. Here's the clip.
It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
Since then, a bunch of people have responded calling out Hasan, including Detective XUC, who insists it's a 99% chance it's a shock collar.
A little bit more. Now it stops now. Guys, 99%.
So Hasan has responded. Hasan says the collar is a vibration collar.
I have multiple collars for Kaya, and I put an air tag on them. I put an air tag on all of her collars to make sure that, you know, I know where she's at. And one of the collars that people are pointing to in the from previous days or from like months ago is the collar that is a vibration collar. A collar that I use specifically to communicate with Kaya when she's free roaming at the park or when she is, you know, off leash running around. When you leave your dog to free roam, to go out on the trail or whatever, there are going to be instances where you can yell for her to come back to do recall, but because she's so far away that she can't hear you. Okay? That's where the vibration collar comes in. It vibrates. It doesn't actually have any sort of
I
like...
like you said when Kaya leaves, when Kaya goes far away. I don't know.
like shocking component, and there are multiple different versions of this. There are the no bark collars that I believe both vibrate and also emit like a large sound, like a loud sound. There are shock collars as well. They all look very similar to one another. Okay, but the vibration collar is what they were pointing to. Okay, to be like, oh my god, he has a collar that he's using to abuse her and shocking her. There are a lot of dogs who use this. Okay, there are also a lot of dogs, working dogs, that use a shock collar as well.
Right, so he says that lots of dogs also use a shock collar as well. So interesting, he's still defending using shock collars essentially. So basically, it's a bunch of plausible deniability where, hey guys, I wasn't actually using a shock collar, it was a vibration collar, but if I was, plenty of people use shock collars as well. So just in the case that people actually prove 100% what actually happened, he's getting some preemptive insurance here. It's like his terrorism insurance articles that he talks about so much, right?
I did times 100 last night, which I like to call terrorism insurance.
Now, he also claims it was just a vibration. So why did your dog Kaya make a yelp sound the exact second you reached over to press a button on your table? Since when does a tiny ass vibration make a dog cry and yelp? Unless that vibration is 50 fucking volts? Yeah, I'm just not sure that's accurate. Apparently, according to Hasan, a vibration is Pikachu using Thunderbolt. Now, he also says communication collar, and this I didn't really get. Like, she's in your house, in your room, like surely you take it off then. Heaven forbid your dog actually just goes to the other room. You're probably gonna have a panic attack and fucking Palpatine her. Hasan could easily take off the collar and show us the make and model. In addition, he could take the collar we've seen in the video, wrap it around his neck, and demonstrate the effects of it. That would be a definitive proof, but I have a feeling Hasan is not gonna electrocute himself. What a freaking liar. Vibrations don't cause that reaction. Putting electrical tape on the prongs somehow makes it a vibration only collar. We'll get into the whole analysis of this a little later, but I gotta go in sequence here. Right, so then he finally shows off the collar, and he does it in the worst way humanly possible. He purposely blocks large portions of it using his hand, and you can tell he's very nervous and trying to hide things, showing it for as little time as humanly possible. Hasan shows off the Kaya collar, says it's for vibration. Keep in mind, this is a full day after.
Yeah,
This is the one. Professional dog trainer.
This is something that he should have dropped. This is something that he should have explained or, you know, debunked, like, on the spot. As I brought this up, he should have debunked this on the spot, not wait a day later. Because that actually makes it worse. That makes people actually assume the worst. That he's just switching out, that he was switching out collars. That it's not the real collar he was using, you know?
Or a vet. A lot of people don't understand how serious this is to take care of your dog, how important it is to make sure that you have like a flashlight, okay? And this is when it vibrates.
Bro, stop putting your fingers on it, man. Christ. Jesus, man. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show it. Ready? See? I just bought it. It's brand new. Do you guys see it? It's right here. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, bro. It's not hard to just like self-debunk for like 2 minutes, man. Like, it's not hard, man.
Okay, extremely suspicious. In fact, this just makes him look 10 times worse. So, guys, if I wanted to show you something, I would hold it between my index finger and thumb, and I would dangle it down so you could see the whole thing. And then I would rotate it, right? And then move my finger and thumb over the part that I just covered so you could see the entire thing. I would not show it for 0.05 seconds while having my fat friggin' hands actually block it, all right? You might as well put friggin' in front of the goddamn camera at that point, right? Also, second thing is that I would immediately show it the second anybody accused me of such a vile thing, and or the second the clip went viral. And there were plenty of people in Hasan's chat actually calling him out for it, and he was aware this was happening. So what did he do? He actually called the dog off stream, as we saw in the previous video, you know, called it off stream, did something, and conveniently went back and then pretended to actually notice the drama. Also, he's only showing the color the day after to do damage control, right? So it's just the way he's reacting just seems like he's guilty. It is my belief that any normal person would do their best to prove that they don't mistreat animals. In fact, you would explicitly say, okay, what exact item or color it is, so people can look it up and immediately know that it's not the shock collar, right? Instead, everybody on the internet has to do some fucking investigative journalism, zoom in, look at previous streams, all of this shit, because Hasan refuses to actually say what the brand is, what the actual item is, when he bought it, like any receipts of anything. It's crazy. Looks like an Educator e-collar. My Roddy has the same one. Believe me, it does more than vibrate. I only used it in the shock capacity one time when she bolted after deer down a public street with traffic after a college football game was over. It was terrifying. Hated to use it. Now, turns out a video is going viral of that specific Hasan stream and how long Kaya was actually sitting down. Turns out it was 4 hours. A LSF post of Kaya's seating position throughout the entirety of her time on Hasan's stream yesterday is going viral right now.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he's usually, like, she's usually there for like what, 4 to 8 hours the entire stream, and just there having to just move and just get comfortable. And said, you know, she needs to get up. Like, she
is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay, it's the same reason as to why America. Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Yeah. put both of her paws down because she needs to get up and actually stretch. Like for real. Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, it's still going.
So she been there for 4 hours. I mean, is it normal for a dog to just sit around for 4 hours doing nothing? I mean, because I do that, but like, I'm not a dog.
Okay, first off, I don't think it's normal for a big dog like that to just sit around for so long.
Dog, yeah.
And suppose even it is normal. And okay, she, according to Hasan's logic, she played a lot in the morning, and that's why she's tired, and that's why she chooses not to move for 4 to 8 hours for Hasan's stream, right? But you can see Kaya tried to move 2 hours in, but Hasan did not let her. He brought the might of Zeus down on it like a lightning bolt from the heavens, all right? And poor Kaya had to yelp and go back to his place. And as Hasan likes to say, the context matters, right? So let's look at all the Hasan streams, gather all the evidence, right? So let's just try to put this into perspective. If you are in a room for 4 hours and you're gaming, for example, you might not even notice the time actually passed, and that's perfectly fine. But being locked in a room by a kidnapper against your will for 4 hours, that's a very different experience and can actually be traumatizing, even if you're a human, right? And dogs are very different than humans. Obviously, they are way more active. Wow, no one is forcing Hasan to sit there, but Hasan is literally forcing his dog to sit there, not even allowed to move under the threat of pain. Doesn't matter if you're a leftist or on the right, dog abusers of any ideology are sick. Absolutely true. Anybody trying to make this into a political issue is absolutely delusional. Now, don't worry, Hasan's community will try to convince you this is somehow about Israel-Palestine or about some far-right extremists trying to cancel him. No, this is literally a person doing something evil, and people are pointing it out. If somebody on the right did this, they would be canceled just as well. People made this meme, please father, I need to get up and walk out of frame. It's been 6 hours of you screaming next to me and stressing me out. And then we got Hasan going click, 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 zzz, zzz, just zapping the dog. And he's watching Asmongold, of course, Hasan's favorite channel in the entire world. Moving on to Penguin Zero, talking about the Hasan situation, cooking him.
Now, for the life of me, like, I cannot understand what he's even upset about in the first place, that he starts, like, scolding the dog for. She moved like an inch, like slightly off of that. Now, I saw he mentioned place training, and the whole idea behind it is designating a spot in a comfortable location for your pet. And when it comes to place, you do not want to, like, make it something stressful for the animal, at least in our teachings. It's supposed to be a comforting spot for them, not like a stressful thing where they just go there and fucking, like, you know, blue screen in the brain and just sit there idly comatose. And if they don't, they get punished. So he's calling this her place, but when she's moving from the place, he's scolding her. That's not what we were taught you're supposed to do when it comes to place training. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. I don't know why he would be getting so upset at that, like angry at the dog for moving from place. That really does kind of defeat the whole purpose of it. He and the community are claiming that he didn't use a shock collar or anything, didn't, like, zap her, you know, fucking Palpatine lightning blast her or anything like that. She got her dew claw stuck on that spot, and that's what made her yelp in pain. It is a sensitive area. That is true. I have watched this clip like 10 or 15 times now, but it doesn't look like it gets caught or anything, so it feels very unlikely that that is what caused the dog to scream in pain.
Yup, I mean, spot on. This is just another made-up excuse by Hasan and his dog shit gaslighting community. We can literally see the clip. They want you to legitimately not believe your own eyes and ears. It is ridiculous, the level of brainwashing in Hasan's community. He's probably gonna blame it on far-right MAGA grifters in Israel again.
Like he always does. And Asmongold. And anybody else.
Asmongold made me shock the dog, guys. He actually mind controlled me. I was watching an Asmongold video and he made me jerk and hit the fucking shock button, guys. Oh my god. Absolutely pathetic person. Also, great point by Charlie about the place training. That is clearly not how you're supposed to do it the way Hasan does it, right? It's not that dog's happy place anymore. It's a freaking prison for it, as people were memeing, an open air prison, and it's quite clearly upset, and that's why everyone is mad about the situation. And Hasan acting baffled as to why everybody is kicking off about this just shows his level of self-awareness. So then he talks about Hasan's reaction and him just hand-waving everything.
He kind of downplayed it and shrugged it off as like, oh, a bunch of bad actors attacking me for some fucking phony baloney, barnacles here, you know, unbelievable, this is all a load of fish paste. And instead of doing what I think most people, like not even just streamers, just normal people would do, of like showing, no, look, it's not a shock collar, obviously I didn't shock my dog, he instead just brushes it off saying, nope, it's not a shock collar, you're stupid for thinking that it is. You have all these people saying this shit, it's not true. Well, it takes like actually 3 seconds just to unclip that collar and just show like, hey guys, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea here, this is not a shock collar. Look, here's what it is, and then explain it. And the fact that he doesn't is odd. Like, it is very peculiar. Given how annoyed you are with the dog, and right before she yelps out in pain, you roll your eyes, you look at something off screen, you clear...
And I think that's the off-putting fact, is that, like I said before, like, if it was any one of us, if it was any other owner, they would immediately attend to the dog's aid if they're making that kind of sound. But for Hasan to just shrug it off and call her a baby and just so pampered and shit like that is like really like, it's incredibly off-putting, and it just makes it look worse on his part. It makes him look like an even worse human being than he already is. And that's very hard to pull off at this point.
Really are like, you are reaching off screen, that is very clear, and then the dog yelps while you were still annoyed, and then instead of doing like what I feel like most dog owners would do, would like check to see like, is everything all right? Why'd she just yelp in pain? Instead of doing that, calling her a baby and then mentioning how spoiled she is about roaming the house, like that doesn't compute. If this was her dew claw getting stuck there and then yelping in pain, you would have no idea why she's yelping. Why is your first instinct to call her a baby and then mention how spoiled she is about, you know, your mom letting her roam the house? The response to it just doesn't really seem to make sense.
There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator.
Real? Like, is he telling the truth? Like, you could have swapped it out. You could have changed out the previous model with one that doesn't have shocking capabilities. It looks like there's tape on it. When you increase the brightness here, it does seem like there's definitely tape. I've seen this picture floated around a lot, and people believe that they have narrowed it down to a model called the Educator ET400, which seems to match it visually 1-to-1 in all aspects except for the bottom side there, where on the ET400 there are 2 prongs there, but you can take those prongs off from what I can tell, at least online, and in the Hasan clip, there's a bunch of tape there, which potentially would be there to cover up the holes. I don't really know what else there would be tape there for. I don't really get that.
Okay, so this just makes him look 100% guilty now. Now, immediately when the situation went down, I knew that Hasan was incredibly nervous because he didn't decide to do the common sense thing and actually just show the collar instantly. Instead, he waited a full day, called his dog off the camera immediately and swapped it out. And now apparently the theories are going around. He put a tape on it. He removed the shock prongs. The cover up is going absolutely ballistic. This piece of shit needs to be permabanned already. I mean, come on. Dan Clancy, I know you love goning to this man, but please put down the goning rag and care about the doggo. I mean, just a list of infractions, dude. Advocating political violence against your enemies, openly supporting terrorists, and now animal mistreatment, dude. Oh my god.
That's super fucked up. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't think there's anything to warrant him being upset in the first place. And to be upset enough to press a, like, correctional button on that device is so beyond fucked. And then, of course, people take it a step further, saying none of his friends have ever called him out for using a shock collar, thus this has to be a load of, you know, fucking horseradish. I think this is a very weak argument, because I know if Hasan does use a shock collar, he would never let any of his friends see that, because he would know that they would call him out for it and give him shit for it, especially someone like Maya. So they just wouldn't know.
Oh, I assure you, Hasan is perfectly adept at hiding his psychopathy, okay? He is an absolute mastermind manipulator, and I'm pretty sure he knows how to hide how he treats his dog in front of his friends, right? But this one slip up, one small slip up is unraveling the mess. We got everybody and their mom coming out with, you know, their investigation, their stories. We got Lacey with the dog trainer story. Everybody's coming out. Everybody's slowly uncovering parts.
And the most important thing, and the one thing I want to bring this up, and I think this is a very important thing to bring up, is that the reason why everybody's going hard on Hasan right now, especially me as well, is because for years, for literal years, Hasan has not given the benefit of the doubt to any of his constituents, to any of his critics, to anyone who gets in trouble. He has not given them the benefit of the doubt. So in this case, a lot of people are feeling that same way. If you're gonna treat people like Asmongold, people like Tectone, people like, you know, Destiny and Ethan and all of his critics, all of his enemies like crap, like especially like Nux, why should they give him the benefit of the doubt if this is how they treated them, basically? In some ways, people look at this as karma coming back to bite him in the ass, which it's not going to do anything because that's how strong this influence is. But considering the fact that he's not given any of his enemies the benefit of the doubt, people are going to take this, those people, and a lot of people who have had problems with Hasan, especially with what he said in the past, are going to give him the same amount. They're going to put a higher expectations on him the same way he puts those expectations on them. You treat your enemies like shit. Don't be surprised when that shit claps back at you and they're gonna chance to take a victory lap over it. I'm just saying. Some of it is, the blowback is warranted. Basically, the blowback is warranted here. Just saying. Sorry.
To the story and exposing this fraud for the person he actually is. And now we even got Big Dog Penguin Zero on it, and this is hilarious because Hasan just a while back thought they were on the same side and they're all buddy. Bro, the level of delusion, not in a million years. Charlie is not a terrorist glazer, right? He was never going to be on your side. Go back and crawl to your cockroach cell with Soycock Destiny, all right? Get back in the prison cell. Moving on to the detectives getting on the case. Looks like Lonerbox cracked the case. The non-shocking model does not match. Case closed. Free Kaya.
Closely match the ET300 Mini Educator half-mile remote e-collar, which does have shock prongs. It seems to match in shape, in the positioning of the charging port, in the texture of the plastic, unlike this one with the much more curvy light than the one Hasan has. This one, which is vibrate only, also has its charging point on the side. The one Hasan has the charging point in the middle, much like the shocking version, where the prongs that could deliver the shock are simply removable. You can just remove them. Or apparently, maybe, plausibly, ostensibly, cover them with black tape. That seems to be where we are now. Okay.
Right, so basically people are theorizing that he covered it up with tape to hide these shocking components, and essentially he shocked it on stream, and then in the one day he basically, you know, removed the prongs and then put tape on it to tamper with the evidence. That's what people are saying. Obviously no way to 100% confirm. It would be very easy for Hasan to 100% confirm and immediately tell us the truth of the situation, but his reaction is anything but truthful here. Anyways, then we got Detective XQC transforming into L from Death Note.
It looks like two holes that have been taped over. Literally, you can kind of clearly see a demarcation between this level and this level. Obviously marked by a shadow right here. It's not a seamless one level surface. There is clearly two levels of surface. Do you not see it? Bang, 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 bang. So that, what is that? the canine handler. I don't know. They need to get better names of this shit. Yo, the handler. Come on, bro. There should be a white serial number that doesn't have a protruding. It's more on the inside, so it would be indented with some serial number or some sticker on the inside, right? But in the one shown on a song stream, which is the same one, it has nothing. Why? Tape. And especially with the difference in level and the shade of black and the shadow, there's an overlaid on top, perhaps. Regardless what you say, it doesn't matter what you say, that at least shows a level of tampering between one VOD to the other. That's irrefutable proof that regardless what you think, it's irrelevant. That at least shows a degree of tampering from one day to the other, where the code was either removed or altered because it blinks on the left side on his hand, but on the right on the dog because it was interchanged or moved. And that's debunked.
I mean, we're absolutely cooked when XQC is turning into Sherlock Holmes in this series. Did I not say this is the greatest series on planet Earth, the most entertaining thing in the universe? Did I lie? Exactly. And now, regardless of what you actually believe here, what clips you actually believe or do not, I think Hasan's actions have been the most damning, considering he could have instantly disproved everything by immediately showing the collar on that day before he called Kaya off the camera, and none of this would escalate. But he's making it as hard as humanly possible to determine his innocence, and that is exactly how a guilty person actually acts. And also, he's just doing his usual pathetic gaslighting. And I just find it poetic that it's the dog that gets him canceled. This is what everyone's in the hoopla about, not advocating murder or supporting terrorists. Like, I mean, that's crazy to me, but I'll take what I can get here. At least people are hopping on the train. Maybe after seeing this, they'll see all of the other clips. Maybe they'll watch the series and realize this guy is, you know, he needs to be locked up. He's a danger. Calling a shock collar an educator is so sadistic, it's normalizing abuse. It's not painful, it's education. I mean, that's just like a classic marketing strategy. Essentially, they will advertise all the other features and they will name it these things like educator or vibrator or something like that. But there is always like a shock feature or something like that because they know it's messed up. And in fact, shocking a dog is considered cruel. You know, in many countries, it's actually banned as well. Even a lot of trainers will say not to do it, except Hasan's trainer, as we'll get to later in this video from Lacey. Lacey reveals that his dog trainer, who also trains Kaya, asked him if he wanted to use an e-collar. E-collar is synonymous with shock collar.
Yeah, Chet, my dog does go to the same trainer as Hasan, but he asked me if I wanted to use an e-collar, and I said no. Like when he first trained Milo, like a few months ago, he asked if I wanted to use the e-collar, and I told him no. Don't? Yeah, no, I told him that. I think, what's it called? I think using an e-collar on dogs is just like, bro, you could train a dog to do things without using a shock collar.
Interesting. So now we know that Hasan's dog trainer is willing to use shock collars, and Lacey actually rejected it, but the implication is that Hasan actually went with it. I mean, he has admitted to owning one in the past. Why own one if you don't actually use it, right? Hasan also appears to defend other people using shock collars, right? So a lot of this evidence is sort of adding up and not looking good for our client, Diddy Piker. Moving on to this clip where Hasan talks about his dog trainer and they mentioned shock collars.
I have the best trainer in San Diego.
Oh yeah.
His name is Pat. You send him for 2 weeks?
He trained my dog too.
And my dog.
Brian.
You send him for 2 weeks?
2 or 3 weeks. You have to, bro.
What does he get trained to do?
Everything. Shock on, strong collar, shock collar.
He'll get training to like
Kaya?
basically be off collar. Like you don't need to ever have a leash on him.
Really?
You know Kaya?
My dog?
Cooking with Kaya?
No, my dog.
Oh no.
She's very well trained.
Interesting. So this was Hasan's trainer, and apparently they specialize in everything. including shock collars. Very, very interesting indeed. There seems to be a lot of, as Hasan would say, corroborating evidence. Let me know what you guys think. Here we got a Hasan fan. She clips her paw. It's very obvious. You are willfully dumber than a dog. That's you guys. He's talking to you guys, right? If you choose to believe this and care more about imagining the suffering of a single animal than millions of Palestinians.
Again, why are we focused on shocking a dog when there's millions of Palestinians, when there's a Palestinian genocide? That's exactly what you're trying to come off as. You can't be this stupid.
Obviously, Hasan mistreating his dog is about Palestine, guys. It's about Israel and Palestine. In fact, you are dumber than a dog, right? If you actually choose to believe the story that you saw with your own freaking eyes, right? You need to not believe your eyes and believe this delusional Hasan fan. Asmongold responds, you guys really need to stop invoking Palestine every time someone you like gets criticized. It doesn't help you, and it certainly doesn't help the Palestinians. It has nothing to do with the topic, and you're...
Also, by the way, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. Just saying.
Effectively using their suffering as a shield for bad behavior. And you know, before it was a meme like, oh, he always brings up Palestine and Israel, Palestine. They are literally, they operate like this. They see it in their cereal. They see it in the mirror. They see it on their toothbrush. Oh my God, Palestine, Israel, everywhere. God, get a grip. The dog was probably a Zionist op. That's why it got electrocuted, guys. How much pro-Palestinian activism you gotta do to get the Animal A pass might look into this. Now we got infamous Hasan Orbiter who's getting sued by Ethan coming to his defense. Denims. Hasan should wear the collar. Not to disprove the shock collar argument, not to show how it works, but if for a secret third reason. So, she's a gooner. She's a terminal gooner. And she's saying something freaky about Hasan, essentially. I mean, of course she would be hand-waving, literal...
Of course, the hypocrite steps in when, you know, she got clapped back. When she got major clap back for calling, calling Kirsch a Nazi VTuber and even calling Iron Mouse a Nazi VTuber as well. She crashed out. She freaking last week she crashed out over somebody criticizing her, going into their follower page and finding out that they follow Asmongold, they follow Kirsha, they follow Iron Mouse. They follow all these VTubers and they call him a gooner. They even call Kirsha and Iron Mouse Nazi VTubers. When I'm like, bitch, you did an OnlyFans shot with Adolf in your photos. Hypocrite much. Like, hypocrite much. Iron Mouse is called gooner bait, right? Sorry, my apologies. But it's still, hypocrite much.
Mistreatment of animals. Like, these people are so disgusting. Hasan and his entire orbit are some of the worst humans I've ever encountered. It's actually not even close. Legal Mindset says, take action. Contact Los Angeles Animal Services at the below phone or mail informing that Hasan Dogenpiker is likely in violation of California Penal Code, Section 597, which prohibits maliciously or intentionally causing unjustifiable pain or suffering to any animal. Right, so it's ironic. People want to report him to the authorities, and this is a little bit of karma for Hasan and his goon squad justifying calling CPS on Ethan's kids, right? Moving on to Hasan's favorite person, Asmongold. He's now talking about why this is the main issue everyone is so mad about.
Jesus Christ. It's amazing how much people...
And here come the dislikes, guys. Here come the dislikes.
...are concerned about pets and much less about humans. So it's not actually amazing whenever you think about the logic of empathy. So in the same way that if a person is making fun of or abusing someone with Down syndrome, for example, or somebody who's disabled, everybody will collectively get together and be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You shouldn't do this. This is terrible, right? And it's because it's seen as predatory behavior because it's not on an even playing field.
And power, you know, I used to be right. You're totally right. You are totally right, Jay. You are totally right. It's only bad when they do it, okay? It's only bad when it's not bad when we do it, okay? That's the double standard, you know. You gotta understand that, you know. How can I understand? I need to understand that, okay? I need to understand empathy. Apparently, I guess I need to relearn empathy like iDubbbz, you know. I need to relearn empathy, you know. Apparently, I learned empathy at a young age. I learned common sense younger than iDubbbz did at Anissa. So, you know, you're right. You are totally right. You are totally right. Rules for thee, not for me. I get it.
So I think that animals are seen, you know, in the same spectrum as that. And so because people see it same as like a kid or somebody disabled or whatever, it's seen as predatory, abusive behavior. So the reason why I think that, you know, there's so much empathy and so much people that are upset about this is because they see the way an animal is treated. And I think there's also a pretty big indicator, like this is a very, very commonly held belief that people who are abusive to animals will become abusive to people as well. You know, like everybody knows like the old thing of like, oh, serial killers start with animals and then they move on to people, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, people who mistreat animals are some of the worst people on the planet, scumbags who everyone unanimously hates and probably deserve to rot in jail. Now, am I surprised Hasan is actually a piece of shit? Not really. I mean, it's pretty well documented he's a scumbag. I just didn't expect for him to be so stupid as to do this on stream. It's actually a level of stupidity that is impressive. He should win a prize for this.
The reason why she's not allowed to roam inside of this room, with the exception of like stretching or getting up, getting down, drinking water, things like that, is because she likes to lay on the ground. When she lays on the ground, that's terrible for her fucking joints. Every single thing that I do with this dog is either with a professional dog trainer or with a vet. Okay? Professional dog trainer or a vet. A lot of people don't understand how serious this is to take care of your dog, how important it is to make sure that you have like proper activity, proper socializing, and to make sure that your dog gets out.
Interesting. So suddenly Hasan is very concerned with his dog's well-being, but when it freaking yelped in front of him, he didn't even go to check. He did not give a shit. He acted like he expected it, that it was a everyday occurrence. My dog just happens to tremble in fear and goes back to place, guys. It's just a regular everyday occurrence. Now, the dog experts in the comments can let me know if Hasan's explanation is accurate, that, oh, she can't walk around because she might sit down and hurt her joints. I mean, it sounds pretty dumb to me because, you know, you can just let her stretch a bit and then go back to the place, right? But yeah, you have to make her sit there the entire 4 hours. And if she dare, like, even moves a muscle, you gotta, you know, discipline her. It's just crazy to me. I feel like there might be an element of truth to what he says, but it doesn't justify it, right? He's like mixing in truths with lies to make sure you fall for the whole story, right?
For anyone else that's still confused, that's the one in his hand, that's the shock collar, and that's the vibration collar. This needs to be higher. It is 100% proven it's a shock collar. This idiot just taped to get... Oh, man. Are you fucking kidding me? If it's found out that he's taping or obstructing this in any way, he 100% shocked the dog. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Here he is again, just frustrated at his dog moving.
Let's blast off. Far left himbo backs, defund police and base. Socialist mayor, mom nodding for mayor. Comrade Hasan. Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. Shh. Hey. Baba kapıyı kapatır mısın? Hey, Kaya. Place. I don't even know why I try to do this. I don't even know why I try to do a stream. This is crazy.
It's crazy, guys. I don't even know why I stream. I should just quit streaming. My dog wants to move. This is so annoying. Can you believe what I have to deal with? A living, breathing creature wants to take a step. How disgusting. What a spoiled baby. Hasan, take your own advice and
like
please stop streaming.
And I agree.
Give your dog up.
It is half truths. I agree, Daryl. I totally agree, Daryl. And Daryl, I assume that you are a dog owner yourself. So I assume you have some insight about this. If you'd like to provide some insight on this, I really appreciate that. Thank you, Daryl.
Somebody who actually cares for it and stop the non-stop bullshit you do. It is so fucking annoying. Now click this video if you like doggos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Okay, so you know what would happen? You know what would happen if that happened, Emerald? You know what would happen? You know what would happen? Somehow, it would create a utopia. We would live in a utopia somehow. Hasan stopped streaming. It caused world peace. It created world peace. Hasan stopped streaming. Hasan was banned on Twitch. It created world peace somehow. It created a utopia. Somehow, all the wars have ended. We're all in peace. All because Hasan was banned. It's the fabric of our realities depends on it. Oh, it's so stupid, man. Oh my god. There is no need for a shot caller. That's what training is for. Yeah, so Daryl makes a good point. There's no need for a shot caller. That's what training is for. Exactly. I agree. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's clearly a shot caller. It's clearly he can't. Somehow the world is a world of peace. Somehow it created world peace. Somehow. Unless if this meat crayon animation works for Asmongold full. Oh yeah, that's a good point. So, listen. So, Charlie called him out, and rightfully so. He made a lot of great points. Bringing this up, and it pissed off Hasan's cult fan base. Yes, I'm calling your fan base a cult, because that's what it comes down to. You can't be this delusional. But yeah, it pissed off Hasan's cult fan base, and now they're all mad at Charlie for it. So this from Hero Hey.
Hasan's fan base getting mad at Charlie for covering this is at least something amusing to come from this whole thing, as that's exactly what we have going on right now. For example, on Penguin Zero subreddit, Charlie, please speak to Ludwig. He'll vouch for Hasan. Make a new video apologizing for...
Please speak to Jellywig. He'll vouch for Hasan. I love that. Charlie, please speak to Jellywig. Vouch for Hasan. Hey, Sean. Hey, Jellywig. Do you think he should have upped the shock on Kaya? Hasan should have upped the shock on Kaya? His response would have been, "Let's up those numbers."
Spreading misinfo and end this drama before it harms his reputation. And shortly after that post was made, a bunch of defenders from Hasan's subreddit actually came to Charlie's subreddit trying to brigade it with damage control. We'll go over all that in more detail a bit later. For now, let's hop over to Hasan Piker's subreddit. This is one of the top posts on there for today, with over 700 upvotes, titled "Pretty Disappointing Video from Charlie." The OP writing really felt like someone with no understanding of Hasan or the situation giving baseless accusations.
Oh my god, you
and
are so
what
coping.
Are these so-called baseless accusations?
God.
Well, after Hasan seemingly shocked his dog Kaya, Charlie said this.
Now, for the life of me, I cannot understand what he's even upset about in the first place that he starts, scolding the dog for. She moved, an inch, slightly off of that. It's like in a video game, like in Metal Gear Solid, when someone gets a question mark over their head, they're zipping to you immediately. She doesn't do anything really other than move slightly, and he is
it's just a sleep.
Noticeably.
All she did was just get up. She just needed to get. She was been sitting there for 3-4 hours at this point. All she needed to do was just get for 2 hours at this point. She just put both her paws on the ground, stood up because she needed to stretch. And that was the immediate point. You can see Hasan immediately directs his attention, like instantly directs his attention to Kaya, tells her, shocks her, and then puts her back, and basically it tells her to sit back in that exact same spot when she needs to get up and stretch. If you are sitting there for like what, 3-4 hours at a time, yes, you do need to get up and stretch your legs and move around, regardless if you're a human or a dog.
Upset.
And by the way, yeah, I'm assuming everyone watching this video is already familiar with the whole Hasan incident from yesterday, as well as like all the contextual stuff that he had done in the past that also looks really bad for how he treats Kaya and his other dog, Fish, rest in peace. I'm referring to the resurfaced clip that allegedly depicts Hasan pulling Fish's tail. And now back to Hasan's subreddit.
Yeah,
one of Hasan's top 1% posters over here says, in response to...
Yeah, I've never owned a dog before, but I assume that's the no thing to do is to pull your dog's tail to get their attention like that. I don't think that's a good, that's not a good look. I'm just saying.
Charlie covering the situation. Disappointing is an understatement. Bro just single-handedly assured this will go on for days, if not weeks longer, and all the normies will be saying Hasan abuses Kaya as well. The problem with taking a middle-of-the-road sort of neutral take when something is just wrong is that it will embolden all the people lying into thinking
I am genuinely wondering if how Snowdub feels about this, because he breeds Dobermans. He's a professional dog breeder. He breeds Dobermans. He's done it for years, and I'm wondering, and I kind of want to ask him about this, because I'm very curious what his thoughts are, since he really knows his stuff. It's just
they're not crazy.
That, you know?
They honestly believe that Hasan has any need to use a shock collar on Kaya, when for years we have seen her grow up and learn to follow commands with no big red button or remote in sight. It's pretty crazy how this person refers to something that's just wrong, and they're not referring to what seems to be the abuse of Kaya. No, what's wrong is criticizing Hasan for this. And as so many people have pointed out, the problem is not even just the whole alleged shock collar thing, it's how he forces...
Also, I wanted to bring this up, rest in peace to Count Dankula's, rest in peace to Count Dankula's Pog, Count Dankula's little dog. The one that he got famous for getting him to do the hail sign. Yeah, he passed away recently. So yeah, just thoughts and prayers out to Count Dankula. He was a good boy.
Kaya to sit for hours and hours and hours in the back of his stream, and then if she so much as dares move to stretch or whatever, he seems to get mad at her. Hasan's defenders continue to rage about Charlie covering this. Other top comments reading, actually never thought I'd unsub from Charlie, but rip bozo, see ya never. I can't believe this is the thing that Charlie is breaking his internet drama fast on.
Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Look at the screen. Look at the screen. This is... Are you serious right now? Like... That's what I said. I said his fan base is delusional. I just say it. His fan base is delusional, okay?
Don't really care. He lost me with how lazy that opinion was. Oh yeah, guys, because, you know, doing terrible things to animals, that's just internet drama. And having an opinion that criticizes disgusting actions like that, well, that's just a lazy opinion. Bro, how are these people real? Speaking of that, it looks like now we've got Hasan's latest excuse. He's blaming the whole dog situation on Israel. Had posted a story here that says,
every single time, okay? Every single time. It's either right wing, Zionism, Israel, Asmongold, or all of the above. Every single time. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
She has no idea she's been the most famous dog on the internet for the past 2 days. Because of a coordinated far-right / pro-Israel slander campaign.
Of course, because of a coordinated far-right pro-Israel campaign. You can't help yourself. Son. You terrorist sympathizer, Hasan Biker here. You have to blame everything on Israel. You have to blame everything on the far right. Like, for real. Like, you can't, just for 5 minutes, do not just to blame Israel for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, okay? For 5 minutes. Just for once, okay? Take accountability. You fucking retards. Take accountability for once. Oh, I stubbed my toe. I blame Israel on the far right. I blame Asmongold. Jesus Christ, dude.
Campaign. You gotta love the far right excuse too. I mean, this is so common from people like this. Oh, something I dislike, something that's criticizing me, it must be far right extremism. You know, it's funny that 11 hours ago, Hasan posted a video trying to make excuses for this whole thing by saying you were lied to. I don't think bro's talking about himself being the liar, but he should be. Now here's something crazy. In that video, Hasan goes on to in part address the time-lapse video showing Kaya just being forced to sit there for hours on end. And a chatter says that, like, if you can just even go back one VOD before the last stream, you'll see that she's roaming free for plenty of the stream. And so I went to take a look, and I instantly found the opposite of that. What I actually found was Hasan once again getting upset at Kaya for having the audacity.
And the chuds. And the chuds, Emerald. Don't forget the chuds.
Audacity to stand up.
You only go one VOD back, and Kaya roams the entire VOD amount. I know, but it doesn't matter, right? Because if you are in here for an extended period of time, you already know this.
So yeah, like I said, I went to check that out for myself, and here's what I found.
On your Twitch when the race was on, don't know what you saw.
Don't forget the chuds and his incels. And his incels if you're referring to Casey Tron.
I couldn't really check because it was too chaotic, but basically it was great. Like, it was a lot better. It was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought we were gonna have like 100 people watching because it's like the exact opposite time. Kaya down. It was the exact opposite time that I normally stream at.
But of course, the rage towards Charlie from Hasan's community would continue. For example, another top comment reading, "So depressing. So many moments where she is walking around and Charlie acts like this doesn't happen because no one was saying so. Definitely doesn't happen. Like, bro, just watch any of his streams, please." Well, like I just did, I hopped one of his other streams and instantly saw Hasan getting mad at Kaya for standing up. Continuing with this comment though, "In my opinion, the reason why he is mad at her moving is probably because there's something happening in his house, and Kaya is constantly wanting to see and mess around. I say this because..." Okay, now hold on a second. This is like instantly a contradiction.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
She's always free to move around in the streams. You can see it whenever, and then instantly goes on to like talk about why he gets mad at her for moving around. Like, what are these people even doing? They're not even making sense anymore. This is just pathetic. Continuing though, they say, "I say this because I saw this behavior before, where she wanted to go outside, there was something happening, and he was constantly saying, no, stay there, don't go. Because this whole argument doesn't make any sense when literally 2 days before the polemic stream, she was walking around, normally around him, and he wasn't even reacting to her. Not only on this random day, but almost every stream. I guess bro got really scared by the numbers this did. The frustration obviously is because the insane stalkers now will pretend to care just to dunk on this opportunity." I have no idea what that's even referring to. This person sounds crazy.
What is even that referring to,
the fact
man?
that Charlie only go to his friends and what is online instead of, I don't know, asking Hasan directly is so freaking frustrating. Yeah, Hasan is this master manipulator that hides his shot collar when friends go to his house and put it back when they leave. Come on, man. I guess we're back to buy a house, bad Hasan. I'm so done. And a response saying, "Socialism means you can't have dog." Are these people just like experts in misrepresenting arguments? Because this is one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. We can see that same user who just made that wall of text excuse in this comment exchange, where it begins with this other user saying, "Disappointing? What exactly do you expect from this moron?" Referring to Charlie as the moron, of course. "Guess I'm still," here's the OP, "guess I'm still coping from when they played basketball together." And then that wall of text person goes on to say he could literally ask Hasan directly and explain in the video. Numbers really scary, this man, and that's crazy. What's crazy is this commenter. I mean, multiple times now this person just sounds extraordinarily unhinged. Like they're just making an excuse for someone who seems to be treating animals very poorly, and that's even me putting it nicely. Much worse things could be said about this all. And there's so many comments like this, too. "This is 100% Charlie giving chum to the Sharks after speaking out against the IDF. It's really telling how Hasan and his defenders just can't conceive that people dislike seeing animals suffering.
I love that you have Israel on the mind.
And they have to try and somehow link this all to politics, Palestine, Israel, socialism, the far right, etc., etc. They really do just sound like mindless drones that follow what Hasan says without any thought of their own. And I'm of course referring to the recent story that we went over a moment ago where Hasan himself is blaming all of this backlash on Israel and the far right. Speaking of that post on Charlie's subreddit, well, moments ago, the post was actually locked by one of Charlie's mods who says, "Super sorry, but I'm locking the comments. We're being brigaded right now." I had to lock the other Hasan post for the same reason. And it does look like Hasan's defenders are actually brigading Charlie's subreddit in a desperate attempt at damage control. For example, one of Hasan's defenders here got downvoted by the usuals over on Charlie's subreddit, but you can see they attempted the damage control of saying, "I wouldn't be surprised if Israel were jumping on this opportunity to try and deplatform one of their largest critics." But I don't—
Really? Just stop! For 5 minutes! Stop putting Israel on this! Oh my god! Oh my god, why? Why? Just... Why are you blaming? You have to default to this. It's like you... This is like NPCs, man. It's like NPCs here. Tell me this isn't a cult without telling me this isn't a cult. Cult. This is an NPCs, man. It defaults to Israel.
I don't think it's manufactured by Israel. They just jumping on it.
By the way, anybody want to come in here and kind of accuse me of these shit? By the way, I'm against both, okay? We shouldn't be involved in the first freaking place. We shouldn't be involved in the first place. By the way, I wouldn't be the one rooming to talk if you're caught in 4K celebrating the October 7th massacre. Which that actually happened in New York, by the way. They were actually celebrating it. So I wouldn't have any room to talk, buddy. And yes, I think this shit should have ended a long time ago. We shouldn't be involved in the first place. There you go.
A golden opportunity for them. ETA, it would be extremely disappointing if we talked about a streamer's freaking dog instead of what's happening in Palestine for a week, though. Not saying that shocking your dog isn't bad, but genocide is worse. Another brigader saying, "This whole thing is manufactured. They took a meaningless clip and turned it into rage bait." And then also saying that the whole thing is just made up, to which people of course call them out for their immense cope. The OP also mentioning the video that's been resurfaced of Hasan allegedly pulling his old dog Fish by the tail. This is a clip that his defenders don't seem to be addressing at all. They're really trying to just not talk about that one. For anyone not familiar with the tail pulling clip that's been resurfaced, like I said yesterday in my coverage, I'm not going to play this. It is too disturbing to play. But here's where you can find it. It's on YouTube. You can search it right there. Another reason that Hasan's defenders are so upset with Charlie is that he directly called out their ridiculous excuse from the other day where they attempted to say that, "Oh, Kaya just scraped her dew claw. That's what happened," which, as I went over in my coverage yesterday, in my opinion, made absolutely no sense given the positioning and all the context around what happened here. To which Charlie also pointed out that exact excuse was also, in his opinion, absurd. Specifically saying that he watched the clip 15 times and that every person and person online outside of Hasan and his community are saying the same thing. That we all don't think the whole dew claw thing is what made Kaya yelp.
No,
that
it
her dew
makes
claw
no
doesn't
sense
seem to
whatsoever.
actually get caught or snagged on anything. It's a ridiculous excuse.
It is a sensitive area. That is true. If
Yes,
you've
it is a
ever
sensitive
cut your
area,
dog's
but-
nails, or if you've ever taken your dog to like a dog salon or something and they like gave your dog a nail trim, you probably noticed that when it comes to the dew claw, they're very, defensive on it, like cautious, because it is such a tender spot. I have watched this clip like fucking 10 or 15 times now. And today I had some friends come in from out of town, so obviously I've been out most of the day at the farm, and this was actually a conversational topic. It's become so big that it was brought up by them. And every single person, and pretty much everyone I've seen online outside of Hasan and Hasan's community, is all saying the same thing. That yes, it looks like the dog does like touch its leg to that spot on the bed, but it doesn't look like it gets caught or anything. So it feels very unlikely that that is what caused the dog to scream in pain. Like, I don't think that's what made Kaya, that's her name, yelp. it doesn't seem to get caught or snagged on anything.
Yeah,
and
it's not
dew claws
caught or
aren't
snagged or
so
anything, so I don't
sensitive and so tender that even touching them would cause like a panicked scream or anything. Unless she has an injury there, but I don't think Hasan has mentioned that, at least not that I've seen. So it feels to me very unlikely that that's what caused it, based on everything that we can see.
Of course, Hasan's defenders don't like anyone actually analyzing the situation and not believing the excuses that they've been trying to put out, as Charlie's video also got responses from Hasan's community such as just parroting fake BS, screw Charlie, and I unsubscribed. It's just so gross that he put up that video. He can shove the fence sitting up his... And that comment ends there. Of course, this was ultimately a small sample of the numerous angry people defending Hasan and getting mad at Charlie for covering this in a way that wasn't just believing all the lies that these people have been trying to put out, their damage control, so to speak. But I'm sure you get the point, so I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed my coverage, again, despite how disgusting this whole situation really is.
Okay, we need a palate cleanser. Okay, we need a palate cleanser. And I'm not just referring to Kimmy on screen. We do need a palate cleanser, okay? We do need a palate cleanser. Okay, listen. This whole talk, I just find hilarity in this whole thing. Honestly, I just find hilarity in this whole hoopla. Okay, I just find absolute hilarity in this whole hoopla. So I'm gonna keep this on screen. So for the next, I got about like 5 or so minutes. So before I need to get up and get ready for work. Listen, my final thoughts is, despite everything we said, despite everything we brought up here, nothing's gonna happen to Hasan. Nothing is going to happen. I think we can unanimously agree that nothing is going to happen, because that's how in the pocket he is. You know, that's how in the pocket he is. He would have been banned a long time ago for the stuff he said in the past. He would have been banned a long time ago. But because he's in the pocket of Twitch, because he's the top performer, the big money maker on Twitch, he's that much influence. They're not gonna do anything. He's not gonna get any repercussions off of this. So it's just more attention towards him and shit like that. So it is what it is. You know, he's become the eternal lolcow. I don't think he's become the lolcow at this point. I think because I find him truly evil. Honestly, I find him evil. It's just, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is, sadly. I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't know what to tell you on this one. Merge selected layers on this one. Okay, so this will be base. Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, it is what it is, and he's just not gonna get any repercussions off of this, man. If anybody expecting that to happen, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. It's not gonna happen. If it was, he would have been banned a long time ago. And if it was anybody else, so say if it was like Asmongold or Tectone or Nux or any one of Hasan's enemies basically doing the same thing, not only would they have been banned for life, they would have also been banned. Hasan would have been gloating about it the whole time. You know, so like, see, I was right. It was right. These are all Zionist, right wing, all this shit. These people are dangerous. They need to be banned. They need to be deplatformed completely. They need to be gone from society. That's how Hasan feels about you. That's how a lot of these people feel about you. And I think what happened was just that whole situation with Charlie, just the whole situation with Charlie Kirk just kind of woke my eyes up on that one, man. It just freaking woke my eyes up on that one. So, like, I can't deny that. It's just freaking crazy. It is just crazy to say the least, man. It's just absolutely crazy. But I just thought it'd be fun to talk about. I think it'd just be fun. It's not even fun. It's not even funny though. It's just like half the time. So yeah. yeah, it's just that's just how it is. And the thing is, and the funny part is, so that's just it, man. That's just what it comes down to. Now, let's end on a high note. Let's end on a humorous note. So, I want to bring back. I want to bring it back to Ghost of Yote because there's been some more. I guess there's been some more stuff going on lately about that, and stuff that I found very interesting. Now that we might cover this on Peak Gaming as like a little pre-show thing before we get into like the main gaming stuff to the main gaming thing tomorrow. But there has been some more updates with Ghost of Yote, and a funny little meme popped up that caused quite a stir on Twitter. And I saw Madam Savvy cover this. I saw Madam Savvy cover this the other day, yesterday, and I just found it like. I just found it hilarious. I just found it just kind of like humorous in a way. I just found it pretty humorous. So what happened was that there was this meme on Ghost of Yote. There was this little joke. Somebody joked about Ghost of Yote, and I think it was Philip Chan. Philip Chan you've seen on you see Philip Chan on side scrollers, and he put this meme up that I thought was pretty humorous in my humble opinion. So let me go to Philip Chan's comment here. So Philip Chan made this little funny humorous, and let me go share this here. Let me go share this on. Let me go share this in the first layer. Let's go to. What's my thing? Okay, let's go to full screen. Let's go to the dual screen again. Okay, so this is from Philip Chan on Twitter. If Ghost of Yote made Atsu look like this, the game would have sold 1 million copies by now. And it says design with activists in mind, design with gamers in mind. I'm not completely like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not completely on board with this, to be honest. I don't think everything needs to be caked up. I guess as we could say, not everything needs to be completely caked up, despite contrary to what we do with what we do on Peak Gaming, where basically every mod is caked up. I genuinely don't feel that everything needs to be caked up or anything like that. Now, granted, would have gotten more eyes on this game if it went that direction. It definitely would have gotten it more million sales, maybe here or there. It's definitely interesting. It's funny. It's a funny joke. I don't think I'm kind of in that. Like I said, I'm kind of in that vein. It's like I don't want everything to be caked up, but that would definitely pique my interest in some way if Sucker Punch even had that kind of, gut to do something like that. To do something like that. I kind of looks like Ronin Soul a little bit. Well, what happened was, and I found this hilarious, by the way, was that someone made that tweet went viral, and this response went viral from Micah here, who has a K-pop Demon Hunters avatar, and says, the quote tweet says, with 169,000 likes, by the way, 1K likes and 10K retweets, and 3.9K bookmarks, and 160,000 likes. Just remember, 169,000 likes. Micah says, we should game end incels. Hey man, the tolerant ones, ladies and gentlemen. So tolerant. We should game in incels. Well, what happened because they got some blowback on this one. They got some blowback, and what happened? Let's check this retweet. Oh. Oh, I think they privated their account. Oh, here's some more tweets here. Calm down, Stacy from Wisconsin. It's a tweet. We don't have to be tolerant of a right wing that sends military to our states to harass us. We have every right to hate you and cheer you for your suffering in the end. Men do deserve their own mediums without female infringement. You don't have to be a male feminist to be like, okay then. Okay then. So it was absolutely funny. Come on. Oh, come on, hide now, big boy. You stand by your call for assassinating people based on pixelating and pixels and memes. Come on. It got 205k likes. The spectrum of violent retards is wild these days. Savvy just covered all of this, baby. Oh, it's funny. Good. Epic Mike. So this got 8 million views, man. Everybody was talking about this. It was funny, man. It was absolutely funny. The memes are funny. Oh, ow. Sheesh. Epic Mike, the same people upset over tweets celebrating surgery scars and Dragon Age of Veilguard. They really hate this. Kyle coming in. You should start stalking, not about just love and deep space, but the audience was primarily women, but all Otome games. Constantly represents the kill incel pictures why you've chosen to do so, and posting his liking buff, shirtless men, incel, or is it just male hate, lol? If you had math like Kyle, hetero buffs and hypocrisy is your main instrument to force people to stop engaging, then there will be an instant shift. Using their own words against they, them is always some identity entity, never a normal. Well said. Yeah, by the way, Love and Deep Space, which is basically a Gooner game for women, is at the top of the charts. Loser protected their count. I made Pro Z leave Twitter, so this is just another W. Absolutely diabolical. Oh, what is this here? I'm this. Okay. Alt account. But it's 225th. Lesbian. Yeah. So, should game end incels. Wow, Jeremy. I love seeing explain people why female character can't be strong and attractive. If you replace Yote MC with Anna Swai from Shogun, who is Japanese, the game instantly has a better aesthetic, but no, these studios insist on that attractive equals over-sexualized. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, there's still talks about the sales thing regarding it. So, Egg rolled his ass to Blue Sky. Ouch. Ooh, yeah. It clearly that was like that 169,000 likes that they got. Clearly, it had to be botted. That had to be botted likes, though. Like that had to be botted. I want an open world game set in Portland. Oh my god. Son, that's brilliant! Oh, that's brilliant, son! I want an open world game set in Portland. Oh my god. Yes! I will buy 20 copies of that. GTA games in Portland. Come on. Oh, this is the greatest pretty car I've ever seen. Oh, I needed this. Oh my god, thank you, everyone. Oh, by the way, before we get out of here, I gotta make one more. We gotta make one more little plug. And since Pieflinger is here, I know he'll like this one. So just a reminder, guys.
Good morning, CSF Nation. Just a friendly reminder, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle, and smack the subscribe button and make it jiggle. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Ciao!
Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle. Massive thank you to everybody in the Cute, Sexy, and Fun Nation. sending the batches out on November next month. And we gotta get into some Halloween stuff. We gotta get into some Halloween stuff next week. We gotta get started with some Halloween art next week. Tomorrow is of course peak gaming. We'll probably cover like 1 or 2 news articles before we really get into the gaming part. So before we get into the gaming part, we'll cover a couple of news articles before we get into the gaming stuff. The background was LA. Oh, come on now. LA looks good. Come on now. That looks much cleaner than LA right now. Anyway, guys. Mass thank you to everybody in the Q Sexy and Fun Nation. Big brother. Oh, that's a big booty Latina. Exactly. We love our big booty Latinas here. Anyway. Follow me on Newgrounds, Etsy Shop, Twitter. Links in the description. Check out the community tab, obviously. And thank you all for watching. Makini 90 Yard Sermon Illustrated. Thank you for tuning in to the Friday edition of Makini in the Morning. Until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love, never apologize for wanting to attract women in your media, especially your video games. Say no to censorship. Hug your dog today. If you have a puppy, give them a big hug. Tell them they're a good boy or a good girl, and tell them you love them. Okay? Don't follow Hasan. Don't give him a shock collar. No, let your dog get up and stretch today. Go take your dog for a walk today. Take your dog for a nice walk today. What is nice today? So, anyway, and above all else, never stop drawing. Have a great rest of your Friday, guys. Hopefully, I'll see y'all tonight on the Late Show on Loki's channel. I'll see y'all tomorrow on Peak Gaming. Until then, love y'all. Peace.
Cute, sexy, and fun. And that is definitely the best way to describe our channel members too. We'd like to thank everyone in the CSF Nation for your incredible support. Join the channel for as little as $1 a month to get access to exclusive art drops that Makini drops every 2 months for his channel members. And all your support goes to helping out the channel and helping Makini put out the best content he can for you all to view and you all to enjoy. He appreciates all of your support, and we also appreciate your support as well. CSF Nation for life. Mwah! Gracias. Thank you for tuning in to Makini in the Morning and getting your morning started up on the right foot with us. If you enjoy this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle. Share the show out to everyone you know. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. Become a channel member for as little as $1 a month if you want to support Makini further, and if you want to help Makini reach his 4K subscriber goal, hit that subscribe button. You'll definitely will not regret it. I am Marisa Latelli, producer and weather girl for this very program, and we all want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. We will see you all next time here on Makini in the Morning. Mwah! Makini in the Morning is filmed before a live studio audience at Makini Studios in Arcadia Village's South Tower, right in the heart of the city. Would you like free tickets to the next Makini in the Morning live show? Of course you do. All you have to do is visit youtube.com/Makini90 or call 765-9077 toll free. We might pass up on free tickets. For written transcripts, please send $5 to Lucky Negro Transcripts at P.O. Box 425, Palmetto Valley, CSF Nation. Good Morning is produced by Silver Nine Productions with Makini Draws Productions in association with Innisla Lockhart Television and Makira Banks Entertainment, and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.